everyone. Today I'm driving to Kudremukh. It's actually a very impromptu drive. I'm going to drive to Sakleshpur first. In between that, I will be picking up one of my friend near Bage. After which we'll take the Sakleshpur to Anemahal and then Anemahal to Handbal and then hit Mudigere via Jannapura. I will instead go via Sakleshpur, Anemahal, Handbal and then hit Jannapura on the Belur-Mudigere road. Post which I'll be taking the Kotigahara road all the way to Kalasa, Samsay, Kuduremukh and then descend from Kuduremukh to SK border, Bajgodi and return back. Either I'm thinking to do it via Charmadi, do it via Shiradi, but I'm more inclined to do via Charmadi. I'll have a friend who I'll be picking up on the way near Bage, after which I'll have some company. And yeah, the plan is just to drive around, although I don't expect much rain today because the forecast since yesterday has been that the rain has subsided, but it is going to subside drastically over the next few days. And it's already sunny here in Bangalore, specifically Nelmangla, so I expect maybe a little bit of rains or gloomy weather in and around Kudremukh because of the hilly area or hilly terrain that we're going. But I'll keep you posted as we drive. Traffic for Tuesday afternoon seems to be quite okay. Usually you don't have so much of traffic even on a weekday afternoon, considering that schools have reopened last week. Nevertheless, it's not as bad. Hopefully when everybody stops for lunch, I'm going to continue driving. That's exactly when the traffic will be a little lesser. But for now, I think it's pretty okay for a weekday afternoon. So it's been a while since I drove to Kuduremukh. The last time I did was at least 3 years back. That was only till Kalasa. And I do recollect that the road from Kalasa towards Kuduremukh via Samsay was not in great condition. Only recently I heard that the road is patched up. So looking forward to some good roads today. And of course we will be stopping over in between for some photos and look at the scenery around. Yeah, we'll get to see all of this in the next couple of hours. There are a couple of diversions on this road from Nelmangla all the way till Belur Cross. We are, as the map shows, approaching the first diversion. Usually it's a mess on a weekend, but today it looks peaceful. I usually notice that the traffic on these diversions, especially on return towards Bangalore and on weekends, is terrible. There is one diversion soon after the Konigal bypass end, and that's usually choked. And over the last couple of weekends that I've been seeing this, it's really bad that you want to completely avoid traveling on weekends, right? But this one looks pretty okay. Traffic, as I thought, is not that bad, right? It's kind of reduced. Maybe I saw too many cars just as I started from Nelmangla. Otherwise, this looks pretty okay. In fact, we can count the number of cars on the road today. So you have one here, then I think you have one more when you're closing in on Kunigal bypass. And after that there's one more before Bellur Cross. Sunny afternoon. I started from Yelahanka around 1:15 p.m. Then I was a little apprehensive taking the Pinya Gorguntepaಳ್ಯ route, so I decided to come via Hesarghata, Goldahalli, and then test Nelmangla. And I was noticing my clock here on the car, and it took me around 47 to 48 minutes from Yelahanka New Town touch the Nelmangla junction, which is pretty decent. In fact, I prefer to take this route to reach Nelmangla if I'm driving towards Hassan at this time of the day, because it is predictable, number one, and it is consistent as well. I mean, you will hardly get blocked anywhere. The traffic is moving all the time. You do get some stretches where you can drive a little faster. Otherwise, it's a peaceful road. You will have some traffic while crossing Hesarghata town, but apart from that, there's a little bit of patchy road after Goldahalli till you get back onto the 4-lane section before Nelmangla. So they have done this road a couple of years back, but it's not been in great condition as such, right? So the underpass at Goldahalli continues to be a mess. If you are driving a sedan or a low slung car, chances are that your bumper would be scraping as you get out of this railway underpass. There's quite some bad patch there. Apart from that, it's pretty good all the way, right? This is the second diversion. Again, this is before Kunigal. So it's 2 p.m. exactly, and we are crossing the university town of Bellur Cross. Don't intend to stop for lunch anywhere, but I'm pretty sure my car will be hungry because it's just below half tank now, and I plan to refill this at Udaipura, where you have MRPL or BPCL Coco. These are my preferred stops for refueling in case if I'm driving towards Hassan. So Udaipura from here should be around 35-40 minutes if we don't stop anywhere and do not get any traffic. So there are these diversions here because they are fixing bad patches here, because of which I got some of these sections earlier too, where the traffic was diverted onto a single lane. Nevertheless, since the traffic itself is pretty low, there's no hindrance as such in terms of the progress that I'm making right now. Place called Mayura. Those of you who have been regularly driving on this road, you would remember this place. Quite popular amongst the old timers, right? So I normally stop here for some good breakfast or lunch. Since that's not a plan today, I would just give that a skip. Maybe I'll plan this some other day, or if time permits on return. But I believe on return I will be pretty late when I'm crossing this section, and my dinner most likely, if I'm taking the Charmadi road after Kudremukh, is going to be somewhere between Moodgere and Belur, and from my calculations I might end up having my dinner at Grover's Cafe at Chiknalli. So let's see. It all depends on progress that we make for the rest of the journey today. But all excited to see the Kuduremukh and the surroundings, the lush green tea estates. I'm pretty sure we'll have some good time there. I also plan to fix this camera onto the sunroof on the suction mount as we cross those tea estates. So let's see if we get some good capture of the tea estates near Balur, and I can include that in this log. So I just refueled at the MRPL fuel station at Udaipura, and now we are continuing towards Bage, where my friend is going to get picked up by me. Time is 2:40. We drove non-stop from Bangalore. Did not stop anywhere except for the refueling break that I just took a minute back. So I'll keep you posted on the rest of the progress as we move ahead. So time is exactly 2:55 p.m. and we are on Hassan bypass. Now there is a little bit of good news that the flyover exactly where you would fork out for Hassan city or Hassan ring road while driving towards Mangalore, that has opened, so traffic can ply in both directions, although they have allowed traffic only on one side of the carriageway. It's flowing in both the directions. Apart from that, I think the usual mess remains on this bypass. It's never been great since at least the last 2 years that the work started here. It's very slow, and especially on weekends it's even more time consuming and irritating. There is a section here where there are speed breakers near Rajiv Institute, especially if you're crossing this on a weekend or during school hours, both in the morning as well as afternoons. You will certainly get stuck here where the speed breakers are, because traffic tends to slow down drastically, and that's what creates a lot of bottlenecks. But let's see today how we go, because it's just about 3 o'clock, 4 minutes to 3 actually, and I expect the school buses or the college buses to start plying on this road only after the next 25-30 minutes. So fingers crossed. Yeah, so this is that infamous speed breaker I was referring to just a minute back, right? So if you notice here, the speed breaker itself is quite large, and most of the vehicles tend to slow, and then the road merges with the oncoming traffic. So that's where things become a little difficult, because you have one side of the carriageway merging to the other, and if the traffic is dense, most of the pileup happens because of that. Yeah, this is the Rajiv group of institutions that I was referring to. Things look good today, not that bad. And even if I look into the maps, the Gorur Road junction or the Mysore Road junction look pretty clean. Doesn't show any reds, so I think we are lucky today. Yes. The other thing I noticed was there are clouds as we were closing in towards Hassan after Chandraipatna. I could notice dense clouds, and probably it's rained somewhere around here. And I'm just hoping that it is raining where we are headed today. That is towards Kotigahara or Kalasa or even Kuduremukh, right? So we'll It'll be fantastic to experience the rains. This is monsoon, although monsoon this year has got a forecast that is comparatively lesser than last year. We have a rain deficit. I just hope that we get to see some rains today. I mean, that's what I'm driving for. So let's hope that we get some good rains. So we crossed Hassan bypass in a jiffy actually. There wasn't any slow moving section, and thankfully it hardly took about 8 to 10 minutes for me to bypass Hassan today. The place where my friend is going to get picked up is around 10 to 15 minutes from here in Bage. I believe he's already reached there. And look at the clouds ahead. It's hinting that we are going to get to see some rains. So this is the concrete section that you get soon after the Hassan bypass ends, and this is how it is all the way till BC Road. It's all concrete, and experienced drivers would know this, that not the best surface to drive. It's bumpy, but at the same time I guess this is the only reason why roads withstand weather conditions, right? So there's a lot of rains that you see in this area, especially in the Ghats, and every year normally we would see the roads go bad. With these roads getting concretized, they should stay in good conditions. So it's already rained here. You can see the wet tarmac, rather the wet concrete, sorry. And I hope that we get some more rains ahead. Look at that. It's raining very lightly. It's actually drizzling. But I'm sure we'll have more to experience as we get into the Ghats, or into the Western Ghats, specifically around Kalasa or Kotigehara. Just started to rain, and I'm pretty sure I'll have to use my wipers now, which I did not till now. Not bad. Usually this has been the most slowest toll that I've noticed on this road. It takes ages to open, or rather scan and then open the barrier. Today it was pretty quick. some good rains as we close into Baghe. And by the looks of it, there are some dark clouds, this way, which is where we're headed. And of course we have an intelligent driver ahead turning on his hazards and driving just because it's raining. And some wrong side drivers too. I'm not sure if you know, but what you see on my left that we're crossing now is touted as the largest food court in India. But having seen a lot of food courts across different highways of a country, I don't think it's the largest. Yeah, it is big, but certainly not the largest in India, for sure. I could see a board of Pakashala, so at least I can tell you that is going to be one of the restaurants that's going to come up there, apart from rest of them. We're almost there to get my friend picked up, and the rain has not stopped. In fact, it's increased since we last spoke. In fact, the rain is increased now. We are going to meet him here at this junction because that's the road that leads to his coffee estate, and he's actually my schoolmate and my college mate, and I know him since my pre-KG days, you can say, right? So yeah, we studied together in the same school for 12 years from lower KG till 10th, and then we also did our 11th and 12th together in Karkala in South Canara, which is now in Udupi district, of course. We're almost there. So I just picked up my friend from Baghe, and we are now proceeding towards Mudigere via the Anemahal, Handbal, Jannapura road. The condition of road seems to be good so far. Did not encounter any potholes, and I can notice here that they've recently patched this up. So hopefully we should not encounter any bad section on this one, and it should be an easy drive all the way till Kotigehara. I'll let you know how the road goes ahead, and if we get some scenic sections where I can record again. So we will soon be reaching the Belur-Mudigere road at Jannapura, but I just noticed that this section of the road after Handbal has been laid very beautifully along with all the markings, so it's a fantastic experience so far. So this is Jannapura, and we'll we'll be taking left here towards Mudigere, which should be hardly about 10 kilometers from here. But yeah, this road turned out to be good, was efficient as well, instead of going on the traditional Hassan Belur road and then from Hassan to Mudigere, because Hassan Belur road itself is quite busy these days with lots of speed breakers and tourist traffic, that it tends to take little longer than usual. So yeah, this is a good alternate to hit Mudigere from Sakleshpur side. So bad luck that there is no rain, but that also means that you should be able to see the scenery more clearer. We are currently crossing Barlow Tea Estate, quite a popular spot. You will see the tea estates in the view right now. And then soon after Kalasa, between Samsay and Kuduremukh, there will be one more set of tea estates that I'm going to show you. Even that is equally beautiful, right? So we have a lot of great places that we'll cross. We intend to stop by at the tea stop near Samsay. So I'm going to take the next video there. But look at these tea estates, so beautiful. Elephants that keep roaming around here. You would often see this in the news regarding human-animal conflict. It's very common here now. So down there, I think I remember the tea estate has a processing unit somewhere there. We should be able to see that from outside. Yeah, all of this is the processing unit itself. Yeah, so the roads are not great post Kotigihara. They're not patchy, but yes, there are potholes where you have to slow down quite regularly. So I'm just hoping that the road beyond Kalasa or Samsay towards Kudremukh is good, as I heard from a few of my friends. So I'm just looking forward to drive on that road after a long gap. Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, you can see that it's actually called Kelgur Heights Coffee, but I also remember passing the tea processing unit. In fact, during one of our school trips while we were in Belur, we did have a visit to these estates, and we were explained about how tea leaves are plucked and they're processed. So you can see that I think this is the same. But although it says Kelgur Heights Coffee, I think they also process the tea leaves here. So time is around 6 o'clock. We have 8 minutes to 6, and we are just entering the holy town of Kalasa. We should cross Kalasa soon and then enter the Kalasa Samsay Kuduremukh road. So the road is a mixed bag actually from Kotigihara onwards. There's good road, there's bad road, and then of course this is the first section where we saw no road, but I think overall manageable during the day. During the night or when it's raining, you need to be careful, because at many locations the shoulder has got washed away. So eventually, if you're driving on the edge of the road and there is an oncoming traffic for which you have to make way, be careful at those spots. So on my right is the famous temple in Kalasa. This is Kalasa town. Pretty small town actually. It's predominantly known for the temple since many decades now. Kalasa and Hornad are the two places which people visit. Hornad is about 10 kilometers from here. We are not going to Hornad. Instead, we'll take a left now towards Kudremukh. So this is a popular hotel here in case you want to plan a stay for the night. Apart from that, I guess that was the town of Kalasa. So we're just crossing the Samsay tea estate. You can see the lush green tea estates on my left. So yeah, soon after this you will be entering the Kuduremukh territory. We wanted to stop there for the tea, but we thought it is too early, or the other reason is if we stop there then we might not be able to capture anything around Kuduremukh. It will be quite dark. We did stop at Kotgiyara for some good neer dosa and tea. Yeah. So as you can see, the roads after Kalasa, this is the first section where I noticed there's some road work going on. So this is actually the only bad section that we've got so far. Yeah, so the way it looks, I think we see a better patch after this. So that was a very small one, of course. This is the Samsay village, quite popular for a Jain temple here. I think I should be able to show you that temple. It should be visible from the road itself. So yeah, this school is unique. You can see that the entire building is done to represent a typical train, like a bogie of a train with all the windows and the color scheme. That was the Samsay government school. I think the temple is a little ahead of this because I'm pretty sure I have not missed it. Usually I see it each time I cross this small village, small town rather. Yeah, so I think I was talking about this. And I see another temple on my left. Seems like they've done some renovation, looks beautiful. So we're just discussing, me and my friend, that usually during this time of the year and in these areas it's always raining heavily, and look at this, it's completely dry. May have had a spell of rains maybe yesterday or last week, but it's also so sunny, right? Very unusual for a place like this. I mean, I was expecting decent rains, if not great rains, but there's absolutely nothing. Look at the sharp sun, and then I'm talking about 6:15 in the evening, right? It's not even 4 o'clock, but the way the sun is shining on us, it makes us feel that it's hardly 4 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, so here the next stop, a quick one, would be at the Samsay checkpost. That's been there since ages now. Those of you who regularly travel would know this. So you'll have to stop at the forest checkpost and get a pass. You will have to, basically the officers there would be asking you about your destination and just give you a pass, and you'll have to hand this over on the other side, which is SK border, from where we will be proceeding towards Bajgodi and then Guruvankere. So this is that checkpost. So let me stop here and get the pass and then record it back. So we are now on the redone section of Samsay Kuduremukha. Kuduremukha is about 4 kilometers from here as per the milestone. And yes, the roads have been recently relaid. As you can see here, all this is fresh tarmac. Must have been a couple of weeks, not more than that, right? So thankfully we did not encounter any bad patch except for a small one which I showed you earlier. But yeah, this seems to be a fantastic road to drive, and Kudremukha should be anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes now. By the way, it's 6:24 and the sun is still shining bright on us in some sections where the rays are directly hitting us, so it doesn't feel like monsoon at all. No rain, not a drop of water here anywhere. So the only rains we got was near Bage. That's where the last wiper usage was. After that I did not use wipers at all. And I was thinking it's going to rain along this route, but no, not the case. Yeah. Anyway, the compensation is that the roads are good, so we are enjoying. Soon begin to see houses and quarters from the Kudremukh Iron Ore Company Limited. Although it's no longer functional, you cannot call it a ghost town because there are people who are still staying here, although not all the houses are occupied. But yes, there is no activity here in terms of mining or iron ore production anymore. There is a popular spot for a photo shoot near the Kuduremukh circle. That's where there is a bridge, and typically people park there and take photos, and in the backdrop you would see the river and some hills as well. So let's see how crowded it is today. If it's crowded, then I'm going to skip that, but if not, then we'll just stop for a minute or two quickly and then proceed towards SK border from there. So this is one bridge, and there is another one a little ahead where we are going to stop. That's this, and this is the main Kuduremukh circle, right? So you see this is the symbolic logo of KIOCL, and yeah, this is most of the township on both the sides, and we are now continuing on our way to SK border. So little ahead it's going to merge with the national highway, coming from Sringeri going towards Mudbidri and then Mangalore. So the road is going to get even better after that, but I'm not complaining about the current road because This is really good. Whatever work has been done on this section was fantastic. No complaints. And you can look at this, right? So mostly it will be a descent from now on, because we are hitting the coast, right? So whatever ghats we had to climb, we already did that, and now it is going to be a constant descent all the way till SK border. So there's not going to be any kind of inclines as such. That was a surprise. I don't know why they did not do that patch, because the road after that section is again good. So it's quite a dangerous spot because you get carried away because the road is good. So look at this. So this is also a fresh patch. But I'm wondering why they left such a small patch undone. It's quite dangerous to approach that at the speeds which I did right now. Thankfully I was able to slow down in time before hitting any potholes. Yeah, so there are quite a few bad sections after Kudremukha actually. So there's no road work whatsoever. There are no signs of any work that is being done here. So you can see a lot of potholes, random appearances, and yeah, you need to drive really slow. You can notice that all of this is actually a road that's got washed away in rains, and this is exactly how this road was even 3 years back when I had driven here. So I don't think this section of the road has been touched at all, right? So now let us see how the road is post merging with the national highway ahead, and I'm sure that section has remained good all the time, so we will see that ahead. But yeah, as far as this section is concerned, it's pretty bad. Quite some dark clouds here across the hills. I'm not sure if that means we will get some rains in Charmadi on our way back, but let's see. Looking forward to it, but so far no signs of rains anywhere, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be a dry drive today instead of a monsoon drive. Beautiful section of Western Ghats. It would have been even more beautiful if we had crossed this, say, by 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But yeah, nevertheless, even now it looks very beautiful. So we are on the Solapur-Mangalore highway, the national highway which I was talking about, which we would merge after Kuduremukha, and then the road conditions have become a lot better. The bad roads after Kudremukha are really bad. So there is no two thoughts about it, because the roads got completely washed away in many places. So I think the road work has been done only till Kudremukh, or maybe 3 or 4 kilometers after Kudremukh, but that's it. After that, there's no sign of any road work. But this highway stays as good as before. It's fantastic, well marked reflectors on the shoulders or the edges, and gives you that confidence to drive at night. Yeah, and since we are descending, you will see here that my hybrid battery is completely charged. So we're mostly descending on EV mode only now. Few loose things in the car which keep sliding from left to right. I tried my best to put them in place, but they're again moving around. Can't help it. So we had a dinner stop at Ocean Pearl Ujre. Spent about 45 minutes there, and then we started our journey back to Bangalore. We are taking the Ujre, Charmadi, Mudigere, Handbal route back, so that I can drop my friend near Bage and then continue towards Hassan from there. So this is the completed section of Ujre to Charmadi. Right? It's basically an expansion of the existing road with added shoulders on both sides. Has come up pretty well, but this is not fully complete, so be aware that there are sections ahead where suddenly you will find a diversion, and the roads there are not great. So, but otherwise, whatever sections are completed here are just fantastic. You can see the road surface, the marking, everything. I mean, it's top notch. So we're now driving through the Charmadi Ghats. I think we've done about 6 out of 11 hairpin bends. So 5 more to go. Traffic is thin, and I'm really enjoying this right now. And no rains. Seems like the 7th hairpin, not sure. And soon we have the next one too. Yeah, so here is the count. It says hairpin number 11. I think we are done with all the hairpins. I was wrong with the count. I missed them. So that ends the number of hairpins, although the ghat still continues, because till we descend near Kotigehara, the ghat is not done. I mean, curvy roads continue all the way till the descent before Kotigehara. So these boards that you see divides Mangalore district and Chikmagalur district. That was the border. So we are now in Chikmagalur district. Trying to find a safe section on this road to overtake this bus, which is very rare of course on Charmadi, but since it's night it's easier to perform overtakes because you become aware of the oncoming traffic because of the lights. I'm going to honk a couple of times just to give a hint to the bus that I have an intention to overtake. Let's see. So honk is just a short honk just to grab his attention and indicate him that I want to overtake. You noticed how narrow the road is? Yeah. So he's letting me go. Thank you. During the daytime it becomes quite difficult to overtake if you get stuck behind a bus, because there's no way you can easily gauge the traffic coming from the opposite direction. So you end up following these buses all the way till they stop either at the temple ahead or few buses don't stop, they just continue all the way till Kuduremukh. So yeah, you're just stuck with them. But even if you do get stuck behind them, it's a matter of say about an hour, a little more than an hour if you are behind a bus. But if you don't get traffic ahead of you, then the entire Charmadi Ghat is give or take about 40 to 45 minutes. So we are now on Sakleshpur bypass after navigating through the Mudigere Jannapura Hanbal road. So we took a little less than 2 hours to hit here from Ujre, which is not bad at all, considering that we had to cross Charmadi Ghat. And we should be reaching Baghe maybe in another 10 minutes, where my friend will get down and drive his Bolero pickup to his estate. And then of course I'll continue driving to Bangalore solo. Time is 11:50 and I just crossed Shantigrama toll. I dropped my friend around 11:15 at Baghe and he's already reached home, so that's good news. So after that I continued straight. Hassan bypass was easier than the afternoon because of course there was no traffic. Otherwise I'm just cruising at my usual speed for my home run now. It was a good drive overall. We encountered a lot of terrains, especially the Ghats. Right? So there was a Ghat between Kudremukh and Kalasa, and then from Kalasa to Kuduremukh, and finally once we descended at Kuduremukh, we drove back via Charmadi. So Charmadi was fun today because traffic was of course less, and I always enjoyed driving in Charmadi through the night because it not only gives you option to overtake in most of the cases, but at the same time traffic is very less, right? So and I've been doing Charmadi Ghat since at least 20 years now, so quite well aware of the terrain. In fact, during my engineering days, I used to do Charmadi on my two-wheeler, which was a Kennedy Honda. So one of my favorite roads. So given a choice between Shiradi Ghat and Charmadi Ghat to go to Mangalore, I would any day pick Charmadi for the sheer fun. destination. I expect to hit Nelmangla around 2 o'clock or maybe little before 2 o'clock, and then from there about 35 to 40 minutes to home at Yelanga. So since it's going to be late night, obviously I'm not going to take the Hesarghatta road, because Hesarghatta road is not going to be giving me any benefit whatsoever at this point in time. I mean, it works only when you are entering Bangalore during peak evenings, right? So through Hesarghatta road you get to avoid the traffic jams at Gorguntepalya, including the outer ring road, or even if you're taking the HMT road, you get to avoid all of that. And it's so it's 1